G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here. Just a brief stream to test out YouTube streaming for a little bit, see what it's like. I normally stream on Twitch, but I thought I'd give this a try. Trying to remember where I got up to last night. Oh, that's right. The well annoyed me because it wasn't symmetrical in the hole. I don't really need the well, so I may end up taking it down at some point, and I might even move the transmogrifier to where the well is to make it more central. And I built the carpenter. I really just need a truckload of wood now in this game. I've got a lot of iron, I believe. Or did I use it all? I think I might have actually used a lot of it making... Oh no, I've got 155. That's not a truckload, but it's better than nothing. So with the transmogrifier, we now know... we now know that we can make any sort of resources with the transmogrifier that we potentially need. So, hang on a sec. No, I don't care about any of that. Right, was there anything else in the facilities that we potentially might need at some point? Wall torches? Nah. Trash bin, we got. Transmogrifier, we got. Tanning rack, we got. Font, we got. Tannin, we don't need. Tailoring station, we got. Summoning circle, no idea. Storage chests, we got. We got that. We got that. Don't want that yet. Got that, got that. We got all of the stuff of that we want. Planter, leyline teleporter, that's what we're going to look at getting next. 200 stone. Yeah. And we are level 4. And I want to try out my bow at some point because it has been I built a new one and made it better. This game is Solace Crafting, a very early access fantasy survival crafting type game. And I'm just enjoying it. It's very simple at the moment. Some of the mechanics are there, but some aren't. And yeah, one of the main features of the game is that the further you are away from your town that you have built, the more difficult the enemies get, and on top of that, the rarer and more desirable all the resources. So if I travel 5 kilometers in one direction and start chopping down trees, the trees will be they will give more resources, and they will be of a higher level resource than the trees that I could get right next to my base. And I just think that's an interesting concept. So I have been playing around with this for a few days. There's not a lot in the way of enemies in the game. There's just these little earth elemental things at the moment, and some spiders. There's different types of earth elementals, but yeah. And for example, these pigs, until you attack them, they really just stand there and do nothing. If I was to attack them in a non-lethal way, they would run away, but at the moment my attacks are powerful enough that I kill them in one shot. because I've leveled up. But when I was first level, it would take multiple hits to kill them. Yes, I believe I can exploit that with the leyline teleporter, and that's one of the reasons behind the leyline teleporter. I think, I don't know, I haven't actually used it yet. And yeah, it looks like it could be a good game. I'm just sort of playing it a bit to see, like, I haven't really travelled that far from my base. I've spent the first part... I've played a few hours in this, and I've started again a couple of times. And in this playthrough, I've got to the point where... where am I going? Oh, that building thing that was there has disappeared. Maybe because I finished it. I want to go a fair distance from the base and just sort of see if there's anything new and interesting, because I've really got to the point now where I've built the first stage of the town. I'll probably end up building as much of the resources in the town as I can, and then I tend to feel that that'll be about as far as I'll go in the game for a while, because it'll probably get a bit boring after that. Oh, here's one of these little spider thingies, but once I switch over to my dagger, he's going to be pretty easy to kill. And that's called an entity normal for some bizarre reason, that little spider. And this tiny little cabbage that you can really only see at night or early morning. I don't know if this was the building that I already... No, I don't think I've gone into this building yet. I think it was the other one. Yeah, a lot of the, like, all of the screens, you can tell these are sort of interim, temporary, because, you know, like, all the buttons are very generic. There's not really icons for things, for buttons. A lot of these icons for various tools that you have, it doesn't matter whether you've got a stone version or an iron version or things like that, they all look exactly the same, so it's actually sometimes a little hard to tell whether you've got the new and improved version of something in your hand or not. But it is early access, and, you know, I accept that. I don't have a problem with that. Also, you might have just noticed that sometimes the enemies do this funny thing where when you shoot them at a distance and they come in to attack you, they come in at you from the cardinal direction. So let's take an example. If I come over here, there's some more... Oh, here's one. Is that a... Yeah. So I'm coming directly from the west here. If I go over this way a bit and come at this creature from the north, from the southeast, really. He's northwest of me. If I attack him... Oh, missed. Went right over his head. Right. Oh, okay. He was too easy and I killed him with one shot. This... where is it? There's a monolith over here. Here's another monolith, I think. Is that what I'm seeing? Yes. So you've got these little stone monoliths. Yeah, a lot of stuff is placeholder. So let me get to the point where I am facing this monolith sort of like this. Now, if I manage to shoot and not kill one of these big guys, but hit them enough so that they are aggroed and come after me, like that. Oh, he's proving me wrong. See how this other one is going all the way around here? Let me just kill this guy first. So some of them, they will go until they can come at you in a cardinal direction, which is really weird. I'm sure it's something that is just, a placeholder thing. Incidentally, the game is being developed by a single developer at the moment, so But it does seem to have a fairly regular update schedule. There's been a few updates this month. Nothing major, but he's working on the multiplayer features for the game at the moment. What the hell is this? I've never seen this before. Oh, it was the monster drop from the monster that I didn't kill. I thought it was some new resource I hadn't seen before. Silly me. So yeah, it's very much an alpha game, but it's a playable alpha. The only thing that is really janky in it is the freehand building mechanism. So if I wanted to build that building there, I'll go back to my base and show you the interface. So when you're building up your town, you can pick the type of buildings that you want to build, and you just push a button if you've got the resources, and it builds that little village's building. So each of these buildings that you can see around me here are all prefab, and they're designed to be members of your community. So for example, this here is the miner. He goes out and mines ore and brings it back, and it all comes into the storehouse here. So if I come in and have a look at the storehouse, I've got 120 stalks, 120 hides, 27 iron ore, 120 wood, 120 stone, and 27 of this magical essence. Now, if I want to add a new villager, and you can only add one of each type, but the next one that I wanted to add in the town interface here is the arable farmer. So if I have 3 of these wooden construction supplies, I can go select, and I just plop him down, and I can just drop the building down there, for example, and it's done, and nothing to do. But let's say I want to extend this stone floor that's here out this way, which I do because I want to put my next building just here on the other side of this little walkway. Do I have enough stone on me? No. Let's grab some stone. So let's grab all of that. Okay. When I come over here to build, this is where it gets a little bit weird. So I go into the build menu, and then I've got to click the select button, and then I can move my mouse around and click on something. So if I click on that square, look at all this information. It is really confusing. But what I want to do to extend this out is move to the next square here, and then select the floor, because I want to put down some flooring, and then I select stone foundation and go construct, and that will create that. And I can move out and put another one if I want, and move out and put another one, and eventually I'm going to just floor in more here, because I'm basically, the way I'm building at the moment is I've got my town square with all of the buildings around the edges like this, with just a couple of little walkways off the edge with some stairs that go up and down to make it easy to get up here. Otherwise you've got to jump up and down. So it's not the best mechanism in the world, certainly. It is a little bit weird. And I haven't actually tried to build anything more advanced than what I've just shown you. Putting down, well, I have, but I'm trying not to build anything more advanced because I just feel the interface is a little bit clunky at the moment for building. But that's the only real sort of negative I have with the project, with the game. So I might just finish what I started there and put some more stone foundations. 1, 2. Did I do 3? I think I did 3. Yes, I did. So there we go. So that's going to continue our square out this way. And I'm probably going to pick up this well later because I don't need it anymore, and I'm probably going to move this. The good thing is that you can move some of this stuff really, really easily. The bad thing is that building new things, like if I want to put a wall here, I really don't know. I sort of assume I click here like this, and then I go, say, which way am I facing? East. So I pick the east, and I go stone wall, but that's not really right because I need it to be up, so I don't know how I move it. Up like that maybe, and then I go construct. So okay, it's not that bad. And there is, if you go into buildings, you can go load, and there is one pre-made building here, which is a townsperson house, which costs 320 stone, and it just builds this massive house. But the problem is it's down really low on the ground level. It's not raised up like the rest of this is, so it looks out of place. And it took me a while to work out how to delete something here as well. So that was a little confusing, because if you do it wrong, you can actually delete everything that you've got here. And if you delete everything here, the most important thing in this is this Solace crystal here. If that gets destroyed, it's game over. And so you can just click here anywhere in the building section and go select, and then click like that. And there is a button here somewhere, I can't remember where it is, which allows you just to delete everything. I think it is... Where did I... This here, shared platform. If I click that little... That there, that destroys that structure with everything on it, which means everything you see so far, with probably the exception of these little monolith things here, which are scanners to find resources, because they're not sitting on this platform, they're not part of it. These side buildings might not be included, they might stay, but this floor that is the stone floor that you see that I've placed all the way out here, you start with a little block, like one block around this. So it starts about where the edge of these chests are and goes to the edge of where this forge is. So there's a square block there that everything starts on, and you build off of that. So it can be dangerous. So I can delete this wall. I worked out how to do it the other day. It was a little scary, but you click on that, and then you go... No, that was the east wall, wasn't it? No, hang on. Maybe I don't know how to do this now. Maybe I need to click down here on that. Sorry, select that. Select the east. No. Move up. Okay, now I've got that now. I can now just, and you just click over here. That's actually supposed to be a checkbox for the destruct, I think. And then you go apply, and it deletes it, and you get some of the resources back. But it's scary the first time I did it, because last time I clicked to delete, it destroyed everything. And I couldn't even get back into that game because I had no Solace. And you can create a new Solace somewhere else if you want to start a second town. But I died before I could get enough resources. I got killed by some of the elementals before I could get enough resources to build a new Solace. And then when I tried to come back into the game, it wouldn't let me. So yeah, there's little things like that, but it's alpha. So, you know, I'm sure they're going to fix some of those little bugs. But so far I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I mean, it's got some good mechanics in it. You can... So what those scanning stones that you see here are, there's 2 here, and I've got 2 more here. There's actually a 5th one, but that finds plants, and I don't want high-level plants. But on my map, these green resources that you see, these are uncommon or rare versions of the resources. So I can get... rare ore, for example. There's rare ore down here and over here and over here. So that gives me rare metal, which I can use to make an uncommon weapon. So I've got an uncommon iron dagger here, and it does more damage than a common dagger does. And it has 2 slots for enchantment on it rather than 1. Then I can also, if I want to throw enough resources at it, I can, for every 20 common resources I throw into the transmogrifier, I can convert them into 1 uncommon, and for each 10 common I can convert them to a rare, etc. So if I've got a lot of a resource that is common and I want to make an uncommon version of something, I just throw the resources in here, convert them, and do that. That way I don't have to go running around the map and find them. But in some ways, running around the map and finding them isn't that hard anyway, and it's a bit of fun. So yeah, it's a very alpha game, but so far I'm sort of enjoying it. You have lots of skills in your adventuring tree. There's sort of 4 main branches. You can be a fighter, you can be what's essentially a ranger, although you have some sneaky sort of thief type abilities as well, backstab and distraction and traps and stuns and things like that, which I'm not using. You can be a disciple, which is basically a priest, a cleric type one, or you can be a wizard. And these spells are quite good. For example, your fire burst does damage over time, so it lasts for 15 seconds. Your ice missile slows them. Your lightning storm just does a lot of damage compared to the other two. So I've played around a little bit with some of that stuff, but at the moment I'm just enjoying playing a scout. I will probably try playing the other class sort of features. Well, and you don't have to stick to one. If next time I level up, for example, you can see I've got 2 points here in the disciple because I wanted to get the light heal, so that I could heal myself if I ran into something really bad. So yeah, it's an enjoyable little game, and the developer is now working on all the multiplayer stuff as well, so you can host your own thing and play with friends to help build up your town. And the thing is, and I haven't done this yet, so I will be doing this soon, you can upgrade your Solace Crystal as well. You can upgrade everything in the game, but when you upgrade your Solace Crystal, it initiates a demon attack. And so you have to then defend yourself from those demons. I've got no idea what that's like yet. I really should do it to try it out, but I haven't yet. And really, I'm not going to do it right now. I just actually jumped in here to see what streaming on YouTube was like, because I know that most of my, I have however many followers on YouTube, but on Twitch I only have like 30 odd. So I thought I'd jump in on YouTube and see what it was like. And so I may have to occasionally stream on YouTube rather than just on Twitch. I don't see any real preference for either at this point, but considering most of my subscribers are on YouTube, I thought I'd give this a try. He didn't drop anything. So yeah, that's really quick rundown. I'm probably going to do a video on the channel about this game and talk about my thoughts and etc. about it. The other thing that I'm going to do on the channel in the next couple of days, there'll be a video out, I might even work on it this afternoon, to show an update of my current 7 Days to Die base, using my sneaky starter base on poles, and I'll show you how that base is going. It's just survived its 3rd blood moon, and I've got some ideas for expanding that, so there's probably going to be a couple of videos actually on that one. I'll be talking about the current base setup, and then one that will show the expansion that I've done, and I might even try and time things so that I can actually show a blood moon raid, a blood moon horde, and how I defend against that. So that will be coming up in the next few days, hopefully. Do, 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 do. Should get a level in a minute here if I keep this up, which is sort of what I'm doing at the moment, is just going around and killing earth elementals to get enough to level. I've got a little spider at me again. Where is he? There we go. There needs to be a bit of sound added into the game for that, because it doesn't really let you know all that much that you're getting hit. But I've got so much health at the moment that it doesn't really matter. At least this close to my base, which is incredibly close, actually. Is that... There's some stone over this way that is uncommon. Oh, but let's get a level first. Really? That missed? How did that miss? Okay, he's a bit further away than I thought he was. Here we go. There's only one problem. I've just leveled up, but I can't... I don't have enough levels in my other skills to be able to level up my equipment. So I can now level up my attributes, and because I got these attributes up to 10, I said I was going to up some of these other attributes now. Some of the attributes are a little weird. I don't understand why they have agility and dexterity when, to me, they're the same thing. But I guess they wanted to put 6 attributes in there, and they had no reason to put charisma in from, you know, the standard D&D type stuff. So they went with that. I do need to eat a little bit, don't I? And I forgot to do my other adventuring skills. So, can I get the flaming arrow yet? No, I can't. So let's just bump up more levels in that. And I haven't even used this preparation yet. Will you let me do that now? No. So I can't do any of those. Can I put more points into that? I can. There we go. I should bring that down onto my bar as well. So, yeah, I think that's probably... Where's my base? Back over this way. But I'll just teleport back. That's all I'm going to do for this stream. I just wanted to test it out and see what it's like streaming on YouTube. As I said, I may stream a little bit more over the coming days on YouTube, but most of the time, if you want to catch my streams, check me out on Twitch. I've got a video on my channel with a link to the Twitch streaming URL there. And as I said, more 7 Days to Die videos coming this week, and maybe a video or two on Solace Crafting coming soon as well. So I hope you all had a great holiday, and thank you for joining me. And I will see you all later. Thanks a lot. Bye.